Hello everybody, this is NCS, and welcome to a special bonus episode of Let's Play Sengoku Gensoukyou. After finishing this game at least one time, you get some extra content in this game here. An extra additional mode, the national mode, that we can get to by pressing the start button, and also the extra, menu. Here, as you can see, we have a playlist of all the different songs we could listen to in this game. All in all, there are 42 different songs in this game. The 41st we can unlock by going to the national mode, and the 42nd we can unlock by playing this game all over again. I believe we have to play it on hard at least. Yeah, for the story mode we also have unlocked hard and lunatic difficulties. Don't know why you wanted to play lunatic, but yeah, and if you play the game all over again, at the very end of the game you can meet a special hidden extra boss. I don't think that I'm going to show that boss off. Maybe I will in the far future, but I definitely won't right now. But yeah, when you fight the boss you get some extra music. So speaking of music, I want to change this music to something that I actually like. Yeah, the menu music, not as nice as Black Tortoise, for example. So yeah, also in this extra mode, or extra menu here, we have a CG gallery in which we can view all the different pictures that we saw in the story mode. We also have a background gallery in which we can look at all the different battle backgrounds, as well as the map of Gensoukyou and the army turn pictures. Also, we have a portrait gallery in which we can take a look at all the different characters' emotions. Oh, did we actually see the one where Marisa used her miniature? Oh yeah, for all the characters we've met. And oh, even for the ones that are only national mode. Yeah, national mode we have new characters, but I'll go with that in a second. We also have a movie gallery in which we can view all the movies. Well, the opening movie that I couldn't show in the ending credits that I had to trick to actually get a show. And we have the character edit menu, which I really like. Well, what you can do here is, let's say I wanted to have a perfect Mima with perfect stats. I could create something like that. Let's have Mima have 9 everywhere, except for the cost. Mima should cost only 1. And of course, HP of 999,000 and something like that, and level 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna save that. I'm not crazy. If you have screwed up horribly, you can return the character stats to default though. And we can also edit the national mode characters. For some reason this game handles scenario characters and national mode characters differently, even if they are exactly the same characters. Probably because it even has slightly different stats in the national mode and the one or other character. Yeah, in this national mode we do not only have all the characters that we could play as or fight against in the story mode, but we also have the characters from every game that had appeared or that had been released up until the point of this game's release. So we also have the characters from Mountain of Faith, like Karakuri Asaka, and the characters from Scarlet Weather Rhapsody, some side stories, Subterranean Animism, and Undefined Fantastic Object. And of course, double spoiler. Also, which is even better than being able to edit the characters that are already in this game, we can create new characters. I, for example, created all the characters for from 2013 and 14, as well as Hata no Kokoro. So yeah, how to create a character? Well, first you need to type the full name. Yeah, let's create me, just because. And please without a typo. There we go. Nickname. The full name is usually displayed Where is it displayed? Oops, I believe it's displayed in the menus, but in battles only the nickname is displayed because of space limitations. Then we can use a portrait, either one of the standard ones, like male human, female yokai, and so on, or we can enter use our own portrait. For that, in this game's folder, or this game's directory, you have to create an extra folder, and inside you can put all the portraits you want to use. For the portrait names, you want to use FF underscore and the name of the portrait. If you want to read this portrait into the game, you only have to use the actual name without the FF underscore. So in my case, I called this here NCS, and now we have a cute little portrait of Flandre. So, the level, I usually start my levels at 5. HP, for level 5, the mean HP is something around 300, so I'm gonna give myself 280 HP. Then we have the species. Unfortunately, we do not have things like half human, half ghosts, or half human, half yokai, but in my case, human is good enough. Then we have the different stats. For me, let's say I'm terrible at melee fighting, so let's give me a 3. Range, I mean worse at throwing stuff. If I throw a ball at somebody, he'd just catch it and use the ball against me. So, a 2. Defense, let's give it 3. Wisdom, yeah, I'm not that stupid, let's give me 6. Speed, 3 because I'm really slow. I didn't say anything. Research, let's see, give me a 6, and negotiation, I hope I'm not that bad at negotiation. Okay, for the cost, the game unfortunately doesn't handle the cost by itself, well, it doesn't calculate it by itself, but by looking over the different characters and what costs they have, I found out that the cost is calculated by adding all the stats together and calculating the mean value. In my case, I would have a mean value of 3.85 something, and how the game handles it is you have to truncate the mean value you get, so 3, and subtract 2 of the value you got. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So that means I only have a cost of 1. Yay, I'm cheap! And then we also have a special ability. Healing Light heals one character, Healing Prayer heals all characters, Cover protects one character, Cheer buffs one character, Rally buffs all characters, Insult, not debuffs, but it destroys the buff of one enemy character, Pressure for all enemy characters, Meditate increases your physical attack, Mind Focus increases your ranged attack, when it KOs what the name says, Charge is a stronger physical attack, but also lets you get more counter damage. Cautious Strike is an attack that will prevent counter damage. Full Power Charge is like Charge, but it stuns you instead of getting higher counter damage. Barrage and Full Power Shot are just like Charge and Full Power Charge. And the last 5 abilities here are just you deal more damage to that kind of race. So Human Armor, more damage against humans, Yokai Hunter, more damage against yokai, Fairy Feller against fairies, Doll Defeater against dolls, and Ghost Snatcher against ghosts. And I really dig the alliterations here for all, except for Yokai Hunter. Well, finding a word that actually starts with a Y is kind of difficult. So let's give me just Mind Focus, why not? Even though I have a terrible range. And that's how you create a new character. However, something you definitely want to make sure is that you actually have everything correct for your newly created character. Because if you try to edit a character, Let me just show that here. Let's give me a range of 4 and try confirm. I don't know if you can see that, but the debugging console just popped up. This game doesn't like it when you try to edit your own characters, it seems. At times it is possible to change your own stats, or your own character's stats, but only by tricking the debugging console. I don't know how I'm able to do that at times. Also, while in the character edit screen, or character creation, I don't know if it's for both or just for one, do not try to choose another song or do anything with this playlist here. It will crash the game. And it won't save any of your characters if you haven't closed the game until then. So be careful. So okay, that's all we have here for the extra screen, for the extra menu. If we go to, well, if we press the start button, we can now choose whether we want to play the main scenario again, with the difficulties of normal, hard, or lunatic, or we can choose the national mode. Here we can use either edited characters or not edited characters. Since I don't have any edited characters, let's choose yes. Here in the national mode, you can select which army you want to play as. All the armies from the original game, or from the story mode, are here. In their fully, well, partied form, so to say. So Flandre is here from the beginning. And we even have the mountain gods here, the characters from Mountain of Faith. In this... Okay, I can't show it because it will go away then, yeah. In this box at the bottom you can see the name, the territories they hold, the difficulty level for this party. It's usually easier the more characters this party has and the more territories it has. So for example, the Akure Shrine is medium because you only have 2 characters and 1 territory. The Human Village, while you have 3 characters, it's difficult to good luck because everybody will try to defeat you because you're the central point. And the Crimson Maskiam is also low because of the many characters and 4 territories. Is there something with difficulty high? Ah yeah, the... where? There, Strong's Fairy Army because all of them suck besides Letty. The characters that are marked yellow, those are the characters that will cause a game over should they retreat from your army. Okay, here we can choose which difficulty we want. Easy as really easy. Normal is the story mode's difficulty, or well, the initial story mode. Hard is played unfair, and lunatic, why would you ever play that? I told you that I would talk about something once we finish the game, and that has to do with this national mode. I'll go over it in a second. Also, we can select the Kirisame Magic Shop, so we can buy new items. And we can select different maps, either standard map, which we had in the original story mode, the national map, which has slightly different paths, so that the Human Village isn't as screwed anymore. And the 3 Kingdoms map, which is really weirdly shuffled. I mean, what happened to the Skaldadal mansion? Also 3 Kingdoms map. I wonder if Harui Susumiya and Hatsune Miku are here as well. Well, I referenced that only I will get, and maybe a few other people. And Chamber should he watch that eventually. So, yeah. We can also edit the armies that are here. So, for example, when we choose the Hakure Shrine, we can now say that Wriggle should also be part of the Hakure Shrine from the very beginning, or one of the many different characters that are here that do not belong to any party so far. Also, by pressing Add, you can select your own characters. Whee! Yeah, I probably should deselect all of them again. I don't know what that circle means. I believe that... What? Okay. Yeah, the circle means that this territory, or this army, is not in the actual game. However, I have no idea how to rearrange, to reselect the now. I'll probably edit territories. Yeah. Oh no, that cool. You can actually. I didn't know that. You can change the territories as well to make this game even easier or harder for you. And there you can also say which party this should belong to. Okay. And you can randomize the territories again, if you so choose. Okay, but let's return to the default settings. Yeah, that's better. Let's see. What else do we have? Oh, nope, I didn't do that. Yeah, that's basically the national mode. Is a story mode that, well, has all the different parties from the very beginning of the game already. So yeah, I'm gonna start it up real quick. I'm going to choose the Makai Goddess army just because they're overpowered. And let's see, where are they anyway? The Makai Goddess army and the Mountain Gods are always at a different starting point. For example, here, the Makai Goddess army has taken over one spot of the Scarlet Mansion, and I do not know what the Mountain Gods what they took over. So anyway, yeah, this national mode. I guess I'll just develop for the first turn here. Also, you get some random characters, because it is really necessary for the armies that have basically no characters whatsoever. But for you, if you have the Makai Goddess army, for example, then it is really overpowered having those characters as well. But they do really will get the cost counter up a lot. And let's use an event on your mecha. So yeah, this mode here. When I first played this mode, I thought this is a really cool mode. Now you can basically play this game in a, so to say, multiplayer game, although it isn't multiplayer, unfortunately. But still only single player. But yeah, this is really cool. You can get so much playtime out of this mode. Unfortunately, though, the creators of this game screwed up this mode horribly. You want to know why? Well, in this mode, in story mode, the enemy characters were always treated differently from the player character because, well, they appeared sometime late in the game, so of course they would need some kind of advantage over you. Otherwise, why did Marisa join the Mountain Gods? Because otherwise, yeah, they couldn't level up as fast as you could, or, I mean, with the Oki amount. Well, of course they wouldn't need any Oki because otherwise they have like one territory and you have a dozen. So how the heck are they supposed to get their characters leveled up, or how are they supposed to heal their characters? Well, in this mode, when everybody is starting at the exact same time, even then, they are treated differently and are having an advantage towards you. They still get characters just like that, without any rhyme or reason. They still get they still have an unlimited amount of Oki and don't need to waste their turns on spending Ryumako. They don't need to do anything at all. Really, this is just incredibly unfair. And in my opinion, this ruins the whole fun of this potentially awesome mode, because you still have to be lucky to actually capture enemies to get them to your prison. You still need to increase your Ryumaka amount, okay, that I get behind, and have to be lucky, or not lucky, but you still need to spend Oki for everything, and actually need to strategize on your ultis, well, how to spend it properly, and so on and so forth. And the enemy? They can do whatever they like to do. This is just incredibly unfair. And as if that wasn't enough already, yeah, it's getting worse. I died. No, that's not what's getting worse. What's getting worse is you can have a really great game. You could have, like, captured all the territories except for, like, well, let's say 3 that one enemy army has. Why not? And then you try to actually attack that enemy army for once. Then you realize, oh, nuts, I'm level 30, but they're level 40. Okay, I guess I'm gonna level up a bit, so I actually have a chance. Forget it! If you try to level up even only one army, you're still screwed. Even if you only level up 5 characters, because the time you take to level up 5 characters by 1 level, the enemy army has leveled up all the characters by 2 levels. You have no chance to catch up to the enemy army. So, if you try to play safely and do things at a slow pace, no, don't do that. You have no chance to actually win them. You need to attack the enemy armies from the very first turn. Otherwise, you're screwed. Yeah, that's why I really don't like this mode, because the enemies are just on such a great advantage. It's so unfair. Oh well. And I lost. Well, I didn't even try to win there. But yeah. Oh, you're back through from the army. Okay, that's one reason to start anew. If I even wanted to play this mode. So yeah, this mode here, it had such a great potential if the enemy characters would actually behave like normal player characters and didn't get every advantage they had during the story mode, where it actually made sense, unlike here, where it doesn't make any sense at all. So yeah, that's the national mode in a nutshell. Unfair to the maximum. I didn't want to end this Let's Play on such a bad note, but I guess I should have shown this first and then the extra mode, but oh well. The national mode, if you can get behind the enemies getting such great advantages while you still have to worry about all that other stuff, then this mode can be fun. I mean, I actually beat this game, the national mode, on hard difficulty once, so it is possible to win this game if you reload a lot. But still, it could be better. That's all I want to say. And also, for the last thing I want to show you here, we also have a fast mode, which just shows all these information that usually are put in separate text boxes in one, so it actually goes on faster. Because with the amount of armies we have here, you want to have the fast mode on to actually get to return again. So yeah, that's all the extra content for Sengoku Gensoukyou, except for the extra boss during the story mode, which I might or might not show off eventually. So yeah, I guess, well, or rather I hope, we're going to meet each other again when I get to my next Let's Play series. So this was NCS. Farewell for now.